Hello, my name is Sally Gimmon, and I am the owner of the TrustIsYou.com and a podcast called Stop Paying Capital Gains Now with an exclamation mark. My goal is to help as many U.S. business owners, 1099 income earners, and also investors how to save federal taxes with the Spendthrift Trust. Most people have never heard of the Spendthrift Trust, and this is why I do these lives, because I found out about it and I was able to save thousands of dollars in federal taxes. This is legal, copywritten in the IRS Tax Code 643B. Let's start off with three very simple questions. Please raise your hand or wave. Question number one, do you want to leave a legacy for future generations? Again, wave your hand if you want to say yes. Question number two, do you want to save federal taxes year after year, generation after generation? Again, wave your hand to say yes. And question number three, do you want to know the secret of the rich? Raise your hand. Now, the Spendthrift Trust is in the IRS Tax Code 643B like Bravo. It is contract law. It comes from England way back when King Henry VIII, the famous king who chopped off his wives' heads, he started the Church of England. Go figure. Murder a few women, start a church. Hey, whatever. He went to go tax the lords and ladies. They went back to the Magna Carta. It's contract law. It came to the colonies while we were still part of the United States. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023, before we were a country. The current tax code went into effect February of 1913, and the Baron families, the rich families at that time, the Carnegies, the DuPonts, the Kennedys, and the Rockefellers, put this into the IRS tax code so they can continue to save money year after year, generation after generation. This is contract law. Once you start the trust, nobody can break it. If they change the IRS tax code, they can't break your trust. So let me discuss the two major trusts here. The first trust is the business trust. This is for all U.S. business owners, 1099 income earners. They are going to save U.S. federal income taxes, at least 90% or higher. And if you're in a state with state income taxes and get everything in the trust, you can save state income taxes. Just to give you an idea, one of my clients who has two local pizzerias here in Charlotte makes about $15,000 a month, $180,000 a year. He and his wife filed their taxes jointly. There's 4 ways to file your taxes in 7 different layers. They're at 24%. Because they have, it wasn't an LLC, the trust cannot hold any LLCs because that's statutory law. They moved the two pizzerias into the trust. They are going to save over $29,000 every single year. In 2024, starting today, 2024, they're going to open a third location. And in 2025, at the $29,000, they're going to open a fourth location. When they retire in 3035, they will leave 2 pizzerias to one child and 2 pizzerias to another child, and there will be no inheritance tax. And the children will also continue to save 1099 income. An amazing thing. Just to give you an idea, I have a Shopify. Whoops, as I nearly dropped the phone. I have to apologize. I'm upstairs because everyone's here for the holiday. I have a Shopify owner. She sells earrings. She's going to save over $17,338 every single year if her store does not grow. What if her store continues to grow? She'll save even more money with that. I work with an HVAC owner. He bought 12 trucks. He and his wife are going to save over $240,000 a year, 6 figures with the business trust. Again, I'm asking if you would like to find out more about the trust, please set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me at www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. Every Monday night, I go live on Zoom at 8 p.m. East Coast time. It's going to be www.thetrustisyou/Q&A. I have to apologize, Asif. I don't bring anybody on live on TikTok. Last time I did that, they were naked and it was ugly. But I will go live Monday at 8 p.m. East Coast time on Zoom. Again, it's going to be www.thetrustisyou.com/Q&A. Question and answer. Q&A. Now, the beneficial trust. This is for all U.S. investors. If you are an investor, I don't care what you do. You might be a passive investor, a real estate investor, a crypto miner, a crypto investor. You might be in the stock market. You might be a trader. Again, I bring nobody on TikTok because people were naked. Yuck. Again, if you want to set up an appointment with me, www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. But if you're an investor, you will save the following taxes. You will no longer pay short-term or long-term capital gains. Hence the title of my podcast, Stop Paying Capital Gains Now, with an exclamation mark. In 2019, I got in trouble with the IRS. I was working full-time as a Medicare broker, and I wholesaled 7 houses in 1 year. My CPA called me in to have a conversation when we were doing the 2019 taxes, and he told me I owed the federal government $79,000. I finished the meeting. I shook his hand. He validated my parking pass, went down to my car in the parking garage in Scottsdale, and literally cried for 20 minutes. I had $79,000 in short-term capital gains I had to pay to the federal government. My CPA set me up on a monthly payment plan to pay that off. My great aunt Kitty always told me, sleep on it. You'll give it to your subconscious mind. Something will come. The next day, I woke up at 5 a.m. going, I have to find this book. In my national real estate group, a gentleman named Garrett Gunderson wrote a book called What the Rockefellers Do. It is a story about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. They call it The Office. It's 7 generations old, and it has almost 400 people in it. I used that book to research the Spendthrift Trust to find the law firm that I work on behalf. The Benson Financial Trust is copyrighted. It's 72 years old. It has never been audited. 7 years ago, one trust was examined by a senior IRS agent at the law firm in Houston. He spent about 3.5 hours in the boardroom looking things over. He signed off on it. When you get a Spendthrift Trust from the law firm, you will get a certification saying if the IRS questions anything, they will defend you free of charge. Hey, 72 years, only one trust got investigated? Why not? So the business trust is for U.S. business owners and 1099 income earners. You will save at least 90% on your federal taxes year after year, generation after generation. Again, to give you an example, I have a mechanic in New Jersey, husband and wife shop. They're going to save almost $37,000 every single year. With that money, they could pay off their mortgage. They can get a new vehicle. They could start investing. They could pay off their kids' student loans, whatever they want. Another client of mine, she is a hairdresser and runs a beauty school in Los Angeles. She's going to save both federal income taxes and state income taxes. She makes over $1 million a year. She will save over $401,000, 6 figures. I have somebody who has not a Shopify, an Amazon store. She's going to save $56,000 a year. To be honest, she contacted me in July, August, and September. She was selling over $20,000 a month in dog chew toys. So again, her business is growing and growing and growing. She'll save even more money with that. When I told her that's her money, she can do anything she wants, she started to cry. She got laid off back in April 2020 because of COVID and started an Amazon store, and she wants her kids to go to college and study anything they want. The beneficial trust is for investors. I'm not trying to crow, but my first deal in the trust, I bought a house for $20,000, a reverse mortgage, bank-owned reverse mortgage that was supposed to go to auction for $50,000. It was in the middle of COVID, July of 2020, so it didn't go to auction until August 21st of 2021. When it went up to over $64,000, I was able to save over $10,300. Let me give you the actual numbers. I was able to save $10,368 on that first deal in the trust. To give you an idea, another deal I did as a real estate investor. I'm trying to do 2 things at once and it's not working. I bought a tax lien for under $9,000. I sold it as is. This is in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. I made $22,000 in profit. Yay, Sally. And I got to, at 24%, I got to save over $5,200. Again, if you would like to set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me, It would be www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. Tonight, Monday night, 8 p.m. East Coast time, I'm going live on Zoom, www.thetrustisyou.com/Q&A. Now, with the beneficial trust, there's short-term capital gains, less than a year, long-term capital gains, more than a year. To give you an example, one of my clients who sold a 42-year-old family restaurant, because they got the trust and didn't pay for the trust until they got paid for selling their family restaurant, they saved at 15%, $460,000, and at 20%, they saved $600,000. The Jim, who owned the restaurant, 69, his wife, Marianne, who's 64, that money is their money for their retirement. Amazing things. Interest income, if you're a passive investor, a forex investor, you're doing creative financing, seller financing, BRRRR strategy, or if you have notes like I do, that's interest income. One of my clients who sold the business, I didn't help him save capital gains, but for the next 5 years, when he's doing seller financing on that, we're going to save him over $70,000 in interest income. That's why he got the trust. The saving dividend income. If you're in the stock market, just to give you an idea, Costco just gave a $15 dividend for anybody who has Costco shares. My client who has 100 shares of Costco plus a whole bunch of other things, with the Spendthrift Trust, saved over $480 on that one dividend. As he says, my wife and I are going to go on a romantic 3-day vacation for Valentine's Day. Do what you want with the money. Rental income. Yes, you can take depreciation and cost averaging, but remember, the trust is going to save you federal taxes, keep your information private, you'll pay no judgments if you get sued, and you don't have to do the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act. With the rental income, 12 houses that they have, they're going to be saving over $58,000 a year before depreciation. That's a lot of money. He's going to put that towards more houses. And then royalty income. I don't care if you're in the NFT world, you're an actor, a writer, a screenplay author. Like I said, I get paid copyrights because I have the beneficial trust. The copyright, I don't have to pay income on selling the trust. Beautiful thing. In 2022, with my business trust, I saved 92% of my federal income taxes. I only paid 8%. With my beneficial trust, I got to save capital gains, interest income, dividend income. My friend does my options tradings for me. I got to save rental income and royalties. Please, if I can help you save federal taxes, make an appointment with me at www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. Thank you for watching with me. Have a happy new year. Start saving money legally with the Spendthrift Trust. Take care.